Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the A3U Review.
In this episode, we're going to take a look at a couple of comparisons.
That's right, we are going to be comparing
the Alpha Trion from Titan Return series to the Leo Convoy from the Takara Legends series.
And then after that, we got these two Soundwaves in front of us. We're going to be comparing the Hasbro Human Alliance version with the Takara Movie the Best version.
That's right.
So, my name's Alex.
I'm Boris.
You're watching the A3U Review. So for our first comparison, we are going to compare the Takara Legends Leo Convoy with the Hasbro Titans Return Alpha Trion.
That's right, the Space Lions.
Yes.
So Titans Returns, Alpha Trion came out first.
Yeah.
Leo Prime, obviously a repaint off of Alpha Trion, and slight retooling on the head sculpt, and it also comes with a gun.
Yes.
Now the Alpha Trion, it's done in the classic Alpha Trion colors.
Yep.
Alpha Trion is one of the ancients, of course, in the Continuum. You can read a lot more about that. So we won't talk too much about that. But basically, he turns into a lion and also a space carrier.
Yeah, it's like the cross between a spaceship and an aircraft carrier. So
yeah, like Macross.
yeah, like the Macross SDF-1.
Yeah, so it looks really cool. Both the L mode references are to previous BotCon releases. The actual Lion mode reminds me a lot of the unreleased Transformers Club exclusive when they're trying to redo the Beast. I believe the Beast Machine's Leo Prime as the in the Alpha Trion colors. But here today we have kind of the reverse. You have Leo Prime, who came afterwards, as kind of a repaint of Alpha Trion.
Yes.
So thoughts right away, Alex? I mean, which one do you like better right off the bat?
Right off the bat, I like the Leo Convoy because I remember the Leo Convoy from in different iterations of the character as a toy, and I've always liked those colors that it comes in, the white, the gray, the gold, the red. It goes really well together. It makes it feel like an actual lion because it's got the gold, right? As for the Alpha Trion, I know that I'll like it more in robot mode, but for the lion mode, it's kind of weird. It's like red and purple Alpha Trion colors, but I'll be completely honest. I know Alpha Trion as a robot, especially since that's pretty much the only way that we've seen him in the cartoons. So
in his Trion.
Yeah.
Kind of, I mean, yeah, as a space lion, I thought the mold itself was cool when I first saw this. I generally, even before I knew Leo Convoy would come out, I generally thought that this repaint or this paint job wasn't that great. And immediately, I mean, I'm sure just like others thought this would make a great Leo Prime. Right away. Leo Convoy. It's interesting because I almost feel like this mold was more made for Leo Convoy than it was for Alpha Trion. But that's neither here nor there. The space carrier mode or whatever does reflect what Alpha Trion does transform into.
There's a little bit more accuracy there.
Yeah, that isn't something that is as accurate for Leo Convoy. Having said that, I mean, we won't talk too much about the aircraft carrier. We do have some shots of it. They're very drastically different once again.
Totally.
In out mode. But let's move on to the little guys. So the heads, of course, are retooled to give the Leo Convoy faceplate and everything. And they're actually different headmasters. Even if you look at the faces on the bot itself, the arms, the legs. It's not just a repaint.
Yeah,
they're actually different headmasters. So that was kind of cool to have the new thing. I do, of course, like the both head sculpts.
Yeah.
I think they very much represent their characters very nicely. So yeah, let's get this into bot mode. I mean, I think for alt mode, I'm kind of with you. It is only comparison, but I do think I like the Leo.
Yeah. All right, let's get in robot mode. And now they are in their bot modes. And like I said before, I think I prefer Alpha Trion in his robot mode. Especially since, look at these colors. It's just, it's totally recognizable.
Yeah, much more recognizable as bot mode, of course.
Yep.
And even in his aircraft, spaceship.
Yeah, spaceship mode. Yeah.
I think it definitely represents. I think those two represent him
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Not to say that a space line isn't cool, because
Yeah.
it totally is really cool.
Yeah. I also still like Leo Convoy. He still looks good.
Yeah. I'm still, of course, partial to the Leo Convoy. I think in general, like, if I didn't know what these characters were, I kind of like, as a color scheme, I feel like this is a way stronger color scheme with the white, gold, and the red, obviously. And if I was looking at this without any kind of attachment to any characters, same thing goes towards the paint job. If, you look at the subtle differences and the details and where they chose to paint and where they chose not to. Leo Convoy is slightly stronger. I think just even like if you're looking at, like, for example, this back piece here.
Yeah.
I want to turn it around, Alex.
Yep.
This here where they just left it the orange clear thing, and they actually bothered here to kind of paint it, give it a little bit more contrast. It doesn't just look like this clear part in the lion mode. Now I know it helps towards the spaceship mode, but it is still it's just kind of left kind of untouched. And then other little contrasting points. So if you take a look around the skirt even, it just feels a little bit cleaner. Like they definitely gave it. They followed the lines. I think that looked a little bit better. One thing I will say that I did like what Alpha Trion did was to kind of bring out the chest area a little bit more with some contrast. That really defines the chest. So yeah, that's kind of my thought on it. And
I like the sword of Leo Convoy. Like, there's definitely more detail here. They got
that too. Yep.
This
exactly.
What do you call this kind of effect? This
Some
gradient.
Sort of gradient,
Yeah, this gradient effect where this is just a clear orange plastic. It's not bad, but this is definitely, like, look at that extra detail there. It looks really nice.
Yep, they definitely give it that extra little bit, and even in the little headmaster bots and whatnot, to give it the little extra contrast and detail points. If you look at the hair, I mean, it's such a small, minor detail, but like they extend the painting of the hair back, and this is just kind of left. Where it should have been painted the gunmetal gray. It kind of, they just left it. So yeah, I mean, even as a figure, when you kind of look at it, but of course, costing wise too, Leo Convoy does cost a little bit more. Unfortunately. So whether it's worth it or not, in terms of the quality, I do think it is there. It does speak towards the extra little paint apps you get. But in terms of a character, if you liked Leo Convoy or Leo Prime, I think this is definitely a good addition to the whole series, and I'm glad they did the Leo Prime colors in this mold. Yeah,
and there's not that many Alpha Trion toys out there, so this is
kind of have to have it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, comparison wise, of course they're different. But just wanted to kind of take a look at just how different the mold is. I know a lot of people out there, they don't like buying the same mold twice. However, this is kind of does warrant it because they're both very strong characters.
Yeah, and they're really quite different. I mean, I feel the paint job is strong enough to make it look like these look like two completely different characters.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So there you have it, and just a teaser for everybody else that doesn't know. Broadside, that's going to be coming out in the Titans Return series.
Oh yeah,
also going to be retooled off this mold, but a little bit heavier retooling than what you're going to see here. So if you are sick of this mold already, it's coming at you again.
There's more to come.
But let's hope the retooling looks much drastically different. And we'll probably be reviewing that at a later date along with these guys as well, just to see how much it changed.
All right, that's our comparison for the Legends Leo Convoy and the Titans Returns Alpha Trion. So for our next comparison, we are going to be comparing the Human Alliance Soundwave from Transformers Dark of the Moon with the Movie the Best line from Takara.
That's right. This Movie Best line is really killing it.
It's really taken off.
We haven't reviewed all of them yet, because to be honest, they're just selling out so quick. I don't even have a review. I regret not keeping the evasion mode. Yeah. But maybe when you open yours up, maybe we can do an evasion mode prime mega episode to show all of them.
And you know what? This thing sold out so fast, I didn't even get a chance to get my pre-order in for our Soundwave. So that's okay. I get to play with them right now, at least.
Yeah. Well, this line is really, really, really fresh. I think that they got it right. I know a lot of people. The whole movie. And the look of the movie Transformers is very polarizing for the fandom. Yeah. But you have to admit, like, the molds that they chose for the Movie Best line really are some of the better, more memorable molds.
Agreed.
And then they also really did a lot of great work with the paint job and the detailing of these molds. This is really quite a standout piece.
Yes, totally. And it's all because of that silver.
Yeah.
That silver looks so good, especially when compared to gray plastic.
Yeah, and not to knock the Human Alliance one, this one was actually really super hard to find.
Yeah.
People really wanted this one.
Yeah.
I loved it when it first came out. Never had a chance to actually play with it because it also sold out so quickly and was so scarce.
Yeah.
And then the other one came out, the Asia Premium Series.
Yes, that's right. Came with Barricade.
Exactly. And it's kind of weird because the Asia Premium Series was supposed to be that series where, I mean, the Primes were like great from that Asia Premium Series. Yeah. They really did those up really nicely. Yeah. And then Brawl was like amazing.
Brawl was fantastic.
And then the 2-pack with Barricade and Soundwave came out, and I was like, what the hell did they do?
Yeah.
It felt like this should have been the Asia Premium Series.
It totally should have been in there.
But you know, we're finally getting something that's of that quality.
Yeah.
So, you know, first off, as we mentioned, it was the paint job that you can just clearly see.
Yeah.
The silver paint just gives it that much more dynamic.
Totally.
I do like what they did with the windows, blacking them out a little bit, to just kind of give it that really sleek look and to really match the silver. However, I do have to say, I did really like still this kind of transparent that they had on there.
Yeah.
It might have been interesting to see this black in if it was actually transparent. Not a deal breaker. The silver paint job, premium paint job really looks great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in vehicle mode, there's not that much different.
Not that much. I mean, we know this is Human Alliance, so obviously it comes with this laser beak and Mr. Dylan Gould. But you know, you look at it as like, how much value do you really want? Do you want like a really, really sweet Soundwave? Or do you want, you know, this Soundwave, which is still cool, and it comes with these extra guys? Like, and if you missed out on this, which is actually quite rare, this is the next best thing.
Yeah. I don't feel like I needed the figure that much.
Yeah, I agree.
That mini laser beak was kind of cool. honestly, to have it with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice addition.
It also doubles as a weapon in bot mode.
Yes, yes.
Show off after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great vehicle. Honestly,
it is.
It's a good vehicle to slap on Soundwave.
Yeah.
So the car mode just makes that much more sense like this. Let's get into bot mode and take a look at where some more drastic differences are.
Sure, let's do it. And now we have both Soundwaves in robot mode.
And just a quick thing. We made a mistake when we were transforming it.
Yeah.
These windows are actually all translucent.
That's right.
But they're just so dark, you can't notice it once it's transformed.
Yeah, it's because like all those parts inside, a lot of them are black. Yeah. So it's hard to actually tell that this is in fact clear.
Yeah, same thing with the headlights.
Yeah,
they're actually all clear.
They're just really, really dark.
They really should have done something less dark.
Yeah.
Just even putting my finger there.
Yeah, you can't even see it. You have to like literally have some light pass through it. So we just noticed that upon transformation, so that tells you how dark it really was.
Yeah. It actually looked like paint, right?
Like, it totally did.
Glossy paint.
Yeah. But anyways.
But it's not.
Yeah.
So you can really see it when it's in bot mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, first impressions, Alex.
Well, I'll tell you that, we like this Soundwave as a vehicle because all that silver makes it look so sharp. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing is that after we transformed it, it uncovered all these gray parts. Mm-hmm. A lot of these gray parts are now revealed, like around the arms, especially the forearm area. Like I would have thought that these would be silver, but they're not. They're actually gray plastic, which makes this look better. The Human Alliance one, it has more color contrast, right? This one looks a little bit more plain.
Yeah, I'd have to say, like, the color scheme, I really do like on this one overall.
For sure,
It's definitely more harmonious.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I feel like they missed some opportunities to continue that scheme.
Yeah, mostly on the arm.
Yeah, exactly. Just to give it a little bit more contrast in what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's by no means bad because when you look at the chest and the legs, they stand out because they still got that silver and the little speakers on the side.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I felt the same as you. It felt like they did something
should have been there. Yeah.
Arms.
Maybe black circles. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a little bit to pull out that detail that those are there because they're not just random discs. They're actually part of the design.
Yeah.
Whereas they did that really well in this one.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like they used different paint and tampoing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used a different.
It was just done really well.
They used some tampoing there.
Yeah.
And it's not as harmonious, but I do like all the little details, like even in the crotch area.
The crotchal region?
The crotchal region.
Yeah.
I like that little detail.
Yeah.
Not as crazy about it on the kind of collarbone area.
Yeah. I don't know what is up with, that extra color there. Like, they just threw that in randomly.
Didn't think it worked there, but it definitely worked really well with the light blue and the contrast on the arms.
I am a big fan of this face paint though. Like this silver compared to this one, it's a little bit more busier here with the it's like a red visor. Yeah. And
which one
painted.
matches the movie more though? 'Cause this is a very different.
Yeah, it's really quite different. I'd have to say that this is more movie accurate.
Right? Yeah. This is more movie accurate. Yeah. Though I didn't actually mind that too much with the whole visor look. But yeah, this is definitely more movie accurate.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot more detailed paint going on in there.
Yeah, I really wasn't a big fan of this dark blue or navy blue that's on the all over him. Yeah, except for in these discs area, it kind of worked there, but like in the little, I don't know, would these be toes, whatever these things are?
Yeah.
And then like just around here, I didn't feel it really worked that well. Like you said before, this is just way more harmonious. It's a better look for it in general, and
probably closer to the movie.
For sure. I mean, a lot of people like that movie accuracy, right?
Yeah. I feel like this is almost done because it matches that classic Soundwave blue.
Oh, yeah.
And the blue and the gray.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, either
it is
way,
what it is.
Either way, it is a very big difference between the two. They definitely have their strong points. I do feel like overall though the movie Best series, they cleaned it up, made it look a lot better.
Yeah.
Over in general, I think it just works and flows a lot better. Having said that, maybe I might grab a paintbrush and actually just
fix that up a bit.
Yeah, bring out some of the things. You know, and then I've forgotten how like stubby and just weird the legs are and disproportionate. But I mean, this was unfortunately some of the hallmark of the movie line.
The movie line. It was just
they had some weak legs.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's still one of the better figures in the series, so I do think they made the right choice.
And they made one hell of an alt mode. I mean, that thing is just slick.
Yeah. If you guys have a chance to get your hands on a deluxe version of Soundwave, that one is also a really great mold. Most notably, the one in the Age of Extinction line, the deluxe there was bang on. I really like that one.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it. The comparison between Takara
movie the best, and also the Human Alliance Soundwave from Transformers: Dark of the Moon. And that's our episode for today. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as usual, we did a lot of comparisons today, so please let us know in the comment section below which ones you like better.
That's right. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, you can hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, Ages3 and Up, and also follow us on Twitter at Ages3 and Up. We also got Instagram. You can follow us at Ages3 and Up.
That's right.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.